show you guys the other method. I'm not going to teach it, but I'll at least show it to you guys so you guys can check your work. But in this example, guys, again, the same thing. We give them the zeros. We want to write the factors. So the first thing we're going to do is remember x equals negative 1/3. Don't add 1/3 like some of you did on your quiz. Multiply by 3, and then add 1. OK? So therefore, my first factor is 3x plus 1. Now, I can do this in my head, but some of you might have to write it out, and that's fine. Some of you are like, remember, plus or minus, let's just do one of them. X plus I squared of 2 equals x equals that. That's one of my zeros. You can take every one of your zeros, set them equal to x, and then set them equal to, what number is it? 0. X minus 1 minus I squared of 2 equals 0. That's my next factor. But you guys really see all I'm doing? I'm really just using like the inverse operation of each of my terms to get to the factors. So you can set them equal to 0 and solve if you really need to, and that's fine. Do it. Like if you're making mistakes, do it. But you can also, once you guys kind of get the pattern, you'll see that it's really just the inverse operations. OK? Now, multiplying. I told you guys before we could use a trinomial times a trinomial. And I will work that out, trinomial times trinomial, for those of you that like it. I also just want to bring to your attention, we can also do a little bit of manipulation here. We can also group the x minus 1 terms. And the reason why we would do this is if you group the x minus 1 terms, what happens is, again, you create a difference of two squares. X minus 1 are exactly the same. I squared of 2, I squared of 2. Exactly the same. See, it's just like this. And then the middle terms are alternating. So if I wanted to multiply this out, rather than using the box method, which is perfectly fine, I could rewrite this as x minus 1 squared. And then I squared of 2 times negative I squared of 2 is going to be a negative I squared square root of 2 squared, right? Which is really just 2. So we simplify this. X minus 1 squared, guys, that's a binomial squared. X squared minus 2x plus 1. And then I squared is negative 1 times, so I squared is negative 1, so minus negative 1 is positive 1. Positive 1 times square root of 2 squared is 2. So therefore, I should have plus 2. Again, you guys can really think of this as this is really negative I squared times 2 squared is really minus a negative 1 times 2, which that's how I got my positive 2. So really, guys, 1 plus 2, though, is really just starts with a sound. All right, I know. It's been a long day. It's 3. OK. But now, guys, we just have a binomial times a trinomial, which we're just going to multiply out to get our final answer. All right, sorry. I know it's been a big day. A lot to cram in on one day. But just apply. And then you combine your like terms. Negative 6, so that's going to be minus 5x squared plus 7x plus 3. OK? All right, I'm done. I know you guys need a break from doing math. Your brain should hurt. That's OK.